real. Too many people think they fucking know me. Might charge you double when I cop a OZ. Might pop a Oxy and I'll fucking OD. Tony, your name is on what?
All right, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Around the Corner. I'm your host, Ethan Doors.
Z-Dad here.
Julio DeVille.
All right. And we have Julio, also known as DeVille. He is a bluegrass, alternative, acoustic,
Whatever, yeah.
tattoo artist, beast of a man.
Thanks,
I like that.
Yeah, so tell us where you're from. What do you do?
I'm a musician, random artist. I tattoo. From Miami, Oklahoma. That's where I travel from here. I've been staying there. Born in Florida, raised in Mexico, but back and forth, wherever's fun, wherever the good times are and shit.
What age were you when you lived in Mexico? Can you recall a specific number by chance?
Yeah, definitely. So after I was born in Florida, then I went down, and we went down to Mexico from right after birth to 5, 6, and then slowly started getting into kindergarten. I remember in first grade, while the kids were learning their ABCs, I was learning how to communicate with them and shit. It was weird. Yeah, it was rough.
So you're learning Spanish while you were learning actual learning stuff?
No, see, I was already Spanish was my first language, right?
Oh, so you're learning English while you were learning your ABCs.
Yep. I went to kindergarten, first grade in America, and didn't know very much English, didn't know how to read or write any of that stuff in English. So then, while they're teaching the ABCs, I'm learning what they're even saying. I was just yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, dude.
That's so wild.
Yeah. Language is weird, dude.
That'd
Sometimes
be tough to go through.
What? Huh?
That'd be tough to go through. I couldn't imagine trying to.
Sometimes when I get too far out there on certain substances, I'll have this language identity crisis where I just words don't make sense because I know some and just language just goes out the window, and I'm just start speaking Spanglish, English, Spanish, and my white friends are dude, you're freaking out, aren't you? It's yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah, it's nuts.
That's wild.
Trippy, yeah. So how often do you do psychedelics, dude?
Psychedelics, not as much as I used to. Still a firm advocate. Get your hands on them, kids. Do it. Expand your minds. It's great stuff. But do it with good friends, safely. Good friends. Daytime. Do it in the day. Great people. Good vibes. And I don't do it as much as I used to. I learned what I needed to. I got what I needed from it. And now I'm just living it. Now I'm just doing, living each day as I can. Doing what I can to get closer. My little daily mantra when I wake up, it's turn all my energy to love, remember my past, and mark my own skin. Yeah, just
mark your own skin, so tattoo yourself a little bit every day.
Not every day, but remember to make a mark of it. Turn all my energy to love in any situation, no matter what it is. Say something's gonna happen, just calm down, take a breath. It's not gonna be forever. What can you do with this to make it a positive thing? You know. And turn all my energy to love. But you also got to remember your past, your experiences, what you've learned, so that way you can, apply it to the right, proper things at the proper moments, and stuff like that. So remember your past, because you don't want to hang on to it. You don't want to live in your past, but you just got to remember, certain things.
Of course, yeah.
And mark my own skin. That's just a checkpoint, a little tally mark, do this, be that, and then remembrance.
Right.
Yeah.
So DeVille. DeVille, that's what is that? Where does that come from?
Okay, so the devil, Lucifer, and stuff like that. There's a whole lot of misunderstanding with that. I feel
So it's spelled the same.
So it's spelled like DeVille, like Corella, because a little classier like Cadillac, So it's capital D-E and then capital V-I-L, DeVille,
Okay, yeah.
And just devil. It's what it is. I'm the devil, and it's all like I said. It's kind of like a misunderstanding. He wasn't evil. He wasn't bad. There's no such thing as good and evil. Things just are, and humans got too smart, too hyper-conscious, and someday they made up words and they made up these feelings that go to all this. When a lion kills or an animal kills something else, that's not evil. That's not bad. It just is. When we do it, we've gotten so hyper-conscious, and then we put labels on everything, and now it is this because we think it is.
Right.
There is no such thing as good and evil. It just stuff is. And I feel like that's what he was. He was enlightenment. He was the light. He was knowledge. He was free will. He was he was the knowing.
He was questioning the norm.
Authority. Yeah. He was just he was what gave us consciousness. He's consciousness. Because before that, we were literally just on a plan. We were doing what we were supposed to do because of whatever. And then he came and evilly brought us knowledge. Hey, guess what? This is what you really are. This is what you realize. This is what you really can do. You don't have to do that. And just because, it's not up to his plan, it's evil.
So
no, just is.
Are you a Christian? Do you believe?
I believe in God. I believe in a God. I believe in power. But I am a God. You're a God. We're all together. We're all the same. Like, like they say, like the universe just living through itself in different experiences, so that way you be all knowing. Like, how are you just, how can you just be in one life and be all knowing? You have to live every single individual way, every single form of living to be, that God or whatever. But yeah, I just think like there's a lot of misunderstandings with that, and like. So when I went busking up with one of my friends, I think it was Eureka Springs or somewhere. Anyways, we were busking, and one of her friends was all like, "Hey, don't take this the wrong way, but you remind me of the devil." And I was like, "Dude, that's so great." And he's like, "Oh, cool." And he's like, "Let me explain why." And he started to go on about his grandma had told him that when you meet the devil, it's not going to be red, it's not going to be horns, it's not going to be evil. He's going to be charming. He's going to be wonderful. He's going to be a beautiful man, or just beautiful, whatever. He's going to be comfortable. He's gonna make you feel like you can do whatever you want. He's gonna be enlightened. He's gonna make put everything in perspective how it really is. And that's kind of what I feel like I do. Just definitely, or I want to do. That's definitely what I want to do. I want to be light. I want to be the light bearer. That's what Lucifer actually translates to. He's the light bearer, the bringer of light. So I mean, like I said, just because it's not up to someone else's perspective of how they want you to go, it's manipulated into evil or bad just because it's against what they had planned for you. So I'm just like, fuck what they have planned for you. If you want to feel good, this is what you want to do it. Because like, I'm pushing 30, dude, and I fucking got comfortable being mediocre just because I was better than the people around me. And I don't want to do that anymore. I want to push myself to be the best that I can be, not the best that I can be right now just because, hey, I'm better than you and that's enough because no one else is around. No, like, I need to be better. You can do better. We can all do better, so just like, yeah, it's not, So I just want to be that. I want to be the bringer of, love. Like I said, my mantra, like, just look at me, you wouldn't think that. One of my first things is turn all my energy to love. That's what it all really is. Like, the devil, like, all that stuff is misunderstandings. Like in the world today, look at it, we've got these systems set up, and the system's so right, or, but anyone that goes against it is evil. Even if it's good or they're right, they have population, they have the numbers on their side, they have, like, the louder voice and been established, so they're, you're evil and stuff like that, and I just don't think that's not fair, fuck it,
Yeah.
We can all be loud enough, we can all do what we really fucking want.
The opposition doesn't necessarily have to be bad.
No, it's just because it's the opposite.
Just because you have a different thought.
Yeah, it's just the opposite, so people just construe that. Like I said, there is no good and evil, it's just misconceptions, it's all humans with their made-up words and feelings, Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Laws and fucking boxes.
Yeah, it's all made up. It's all fucking made up. We're word.
How'd you get to this understanding? What brought you to this? Did you read a book? Did you
take too much?
What did you just trip out? Like what brought you to this kind of understanding of it?
Just like as a young child, being exposed to trauma right off the bat and just seeing what the world really is as opposed to what people try to paint for you. Like my teachers telling me, "Oh, this and that." I was like, "You're lying." Like I fucking I'm not gonna get into details, but like. Yeah, especially growing in Mexico. I mean, you see some rough stuff that makes you wake up, How to be like, So just seeing all that stuff and all these injustices in the world and just the people that were good and Christians and the good foundations were actually the people fucking over the people that were good and needed the help and actually struggling. You don't need help when you have like a super church and you have a fucking car, you have 9 to 5. Like you're not the one that needs help.
Yeah.
You're not, and you want to shun down on the other people just because they don't have what you have? No.
And then there's the evangelists who are saying, give me more. Yeah. And it's give me more for God, even though it's...
Yeah. It's all that misconstrued stuff, dude.
God's not getting any money. God doesn't need money.
Yeah. No, he doesn't. Yeah, so I just want to be that. I want to be the bringer of light. I just want to wake some people up. Hey, it's like, hey, I love you, dude. Like, you can do what I do. I can do what you do. We can do whatever, We don't have to listen to all that stuff. Like, it's just love. I want to be love. Which is crazy. But like I said, the devil's not red skin and horns and pitchfork. He's charming, He is fucking... Yeah.
Right.
Definitely. Yeah.
So...
Before I start going in loops, Yeah.
Right.
Hey, I'm the devil, you guys.
So I know you do some tattoos. You've done a tattoo on me.
Yeah.
It's don't mind the burn mark next to it.
Oh my God.
I got an air fryer.
He's
Who
done
cares?
so.
Air fryer.
Yeah, shout out all the air fryers. So I know you do a bunch of tattoos. Have you ever done any tattoos on yourself?
Yeah, all the ones on my face. I did all those. Yeah, I mean,
Jeez, that's crazy.
Yeah.
You
So
said that.
I got used right there. Come with the warning now. Girls are like, "Hey, dude, you're cute." I'm like, "Yeah, check this out. Kind of broken, baby." So I got used. I got this little olive leaf thingy. So just like a Greek god. That's it.
He's hot.
Yeah, there you go. Thanks, cutie. I got a crescent moon. They call me Crater Face. No, they don't, but I mean, you can.
I put it on there. Give you the option.
I got that, and I got my daughter's name in her ear, Genesis. Love you, baby. What else I got? This one right here. This actually means a lot. It's a torch, and people are like, "Why do you have a fucking torch?" I was like, "All right, dude. So I'm depressed all the time. I'm a sad dude. That's why I'm happy. It's because I'm fucking sad. Polar opposites.
Right.
Duality. It's I'm just as much as I am a lover. I am just as much in dark. So like that's why I am. So yeah, polar opposites. But like, so one of my best friends, Tyler, he's from here, Lawrence as well, musician. He busks and plays a bunch of shows around here. And we were going through some rough times, and like I said, I had recently had 2 years now, one of my homies took his life, and it's just been really hard to deal with that stuff, I guess, or whatever, or trying to stay on top of it, and sometimes you just get kind of lost in all that stuff, so then we were just really, on a binge and just darker thoughts and whatever, but I just kept telling him how done I was with it, I wasn't telling him it directly, but he could just tell, and he's just like, "No, dude, don't talk like that, don't think like that." So it's 2 a.m., we're both in his house, drunk, crying, stuff like that, and he's like, "No, dude, we need it." And initially, I wanted to get a red X right here for X marks the spot,
Okay.
So right there. And he was just like, "No, dude, just don't bring me down," right? So he's just like, "No, dude, how about we both get a matching tattoo, and it's for us to not do that, how about a light?" So it's torch. He's gonna light that torch in that darkness type thing. So so every time, instead of putting it there and being ready, X marks the spot, I'm just like, "Nah, dude, there's gotta be a little light in there somewhere." I think about it. I'm just fucking love you, Tyler. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Geez, so how'd you get started tattoo on that very solemn note?
Tattooing. I've always been an artist. I've always just really liked, drawing and singing and dancing, just any form of really just expressing myself, and I've always been decently good at drawing. And some of my friends when we were younger, obviously just either friends from being from Oklahoma, they'd all have shitty prison style tattoos from their uncles that just got out of jail and stuff like that. Made a gun, and it's "Oh, look what he did," so I was like, I want one, but not like that. So they taught me how to make the guns. That's how I started, just a little battery pack with a bent spoon with a little remote control car motor in there that just turns. You stick an eraser on that, and a guitar needle that you sharpen, and just, so I did it like that, homemade ink, and so I started like that just so I could do tattoos on me and myself, my friends, and not worry about the dirtiness and dirtiness and being really sketchy, because they were "Oh man, you've seen some of those prison tattoos."
Oh my God.
That is that's all you see down there. So then I took it upon myself to just kind of, I was I wasn't gonna be the best, but I was gonna be decent. When I first started, I thought I was gonna be all tattoos, but now I just want to do all meetings. But I was had this little dream to be how there's LA ink and New York ink and stuff like that. I was gonna be okay ink. It's not the best, but it's okay. Oklahoma.
Yeah, Oklahoma.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, done a lot. Tattooed all this darkness, and so in the dark, there is a light. And in that light, there's always something beautiful. There's always something attracted to that light, that moth. And in that darkness, I mean, if I like you enough, I'll show you my soul, my body, and my mind.
Wow.
Yeah. Alchemy stuff. Sulfur, salt, and mercury.
That's cute.
Thanks, baby. Yeah. They've done some on you, done some on you.
You've done a lot on me.
Yeah.
I think probably 50% of my actual ink is.
And he's gonna get naked and show us right now.
But that's all Julio. That's Julio.
Pizza Triforce.
I got that. That's Julio.
Dude, that is one of the most gangster tattoos I've done, dude.
Dude.
That pigeon bird, like, people are always like, dude, I want a sick bird. Like, get a pigeon. And like, why? Dude, that's like the most gangster bird, dude. They ain't scared of people. They like in the slums. Like, they live
all
in
they
big
do
cities,
is chill.
Dude. Yeah, dude. They're the most gangster bird out there,
Right?
dude.
They'll fucking steal your dollar.
Yeah, dude.
Dude, exactly.
So we know you play some music. What kind of got you inspired to start strumming?
So, just like music. I've just always been really prone to music. When I was a kid, my mom used to tell me that like when something would start, I would find the like tallest thing around, and I would just climb it and just start dancing, dude. You know, just getting it. So then it just kind of inspired from there. And my uncle, the one that I'm named after, Julio Cesar, he was an artist. He died on a motorcycle, which is funny, and he was a guitarist and stuff, which is, I'm named after him. I'm a guitarist, and I ride bikes now and stuff.
Yeah.
It actually took me a while to actually get on one because of the whole that. I just like, I don't want to bike, but kind of do whatever. And what was the question? I forgot what we were talking about.
How'd you get started in music?
Yeah,
Oh,
what
yeah,
are
yeah.
your influences?
Yeah. So then
Who
after that, I
influenced?
just started getting into, because my dad was like, have you guys seen the movie Selena? Or like the dad was all like, oh, you gotta play music in the family band. My dad was kind of like that dude. He was just like,
Really?
you gotta play music. But before that, he did that just because I liked playing and stuff. I was really interested in.
So was your father kind of a musician himself?
Yeah. So there's a Grupo Mojado, a really well-known like classic Mexican, not classic, Mexican group. He was friends with all them, grew up with them. Like one of them was my godfather and stuff like that. And they're all down there. Yeah, big musicians. He jammed with them. He used to, when I was a kid, he'd go down there and like he didn't play as much as he used to, but so he'd just be like their sound guy and stuff like that. But he was always just like been in the scene and stuff. So that's why he'd come home and be like, you're doing music. I'd be like asleep, like little 13, 14-year-old Jay, in my little shack, and he like comes home drunk. Hey, get your guitar. I was like, oh my god.
Right.
So I hated it for a little bit, but then that actually, I'm glad, I'm thankful for that, And then yeah, just like I said, I'm pushing 30. I've always been doing music. It's always been around, but I'm finally just being like, dude, I'm tired of sleeping. Like the world does not care about what you might do. You know how many times I've sat around and just been like, oh, I want to do this, I want to do that, I want to do. No one gives a fuck. If they do their line, like if they say they do their line, like the world only cares about what you've done. Like actions speak. What you might do doesn't mean shit to anybody.
Exactly.
Yeah. So like I'm just gonna jump in it now. Like all these, I used to be like, I have all these great ideas, all these songs, all these things, and I'm just, all right, I'll write it down, I'll hold it back for later so I can do it good. Like perfectionist type stuff. Stupid, ridiculous. I lost so many good ideas, so many good lyrics, so many good stuff like that, just saving it for later, And so, like, I won't ever get that stuff back. I can try and get pretty close, but it's never going to be what I had then, what I felt then, So, like, the stuff I've been working on now, it's, like, if I feel it, that's why I carry my guitar everywhere now, Just because, like, gotta go for it. Like I said, the world doesn't care what you might do. It's what you show.
That's part of why we're doing this podcast, is because we want to show people that Lawrence music is a thing, so that people can realize outside of Lawrence that it's a thing, Because everyone in Lawrence is like, yeah, everyone's an artist of some sort, but no one outside of Lawrence really sees that,
Yeah.
So
No, I know exactly, because whenever I go around, it's almost hard to talk about Lawrence and my friends here, my experiences here, because they can't relate. That almost sounds like I'm lying. It sounds like, oh, dude, I go to this cool place, and I do this and that. Like, you're a fucking liar. It's what so I just don't even. So this is cool, yeah. So the people are just like, yeah, see what actually, behind the scenes, or just some of the people, meet the people, yeah.
Yeah.
So you're living out here in Oklahoma, not here, I guess. But
Yeah.
when did you move there? What made you want to move over there?
My daughter.
Your
So I
daughter.
lived there, and then I moved up here with a girlfriend, and I loved it. I want to stay up here, but I had to, these are the crucial years for her. She's third grader now, just turned 10 in March, so, she's all going to be in her teens, after she gets like 15, 16, 17, she won't want anything to do with me, so I got to enjoy these now.
Get them while you can.
I got to get that love in there while I can, so that way whenever she grows out of that stage that that we all go through, where you just don't want to be around your parents for whatever reason, like she'll at least know that I genuinely care for her. I'm there, like no matter what I'm doing, where I'm at, like you got dad, I'm there.
Damn.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
So I mean, and I come back as much as I can, but only as it's as needed and stuff like that. But yeah, it's just better for me now to be closer to her or whatever she needs.
So I don't want to call you a vagrant, but as someone who doesn't necessarily have one home base.
Yeah, rambler. I'm a rambler, yeah.
what life lessons do you teach your daughter? What life experiences do you believe are necessary in, say, a modern world for someone who, like, the Rambler lifestyle still exists, but it's not popular. It's not necessarily even like looked in a positive light. So how do you make that positive for her?
I try to explain her kind of like the whole life thing, you know, like I tell her that like people, especially in today's day and age, have their own ideas and then it's all made up, you know, as long as you know what's right in your heart. And we teach her, you know, like what is good, what is bad type thing, you know. We teach her what love is and what hate is right off the bat, so that way she can make her own decisions and stuff like that. Off of that, I teach her to love people, to trust them, but also from a distance, you know, like, you know, always believe in them. Definitely give them as much as chance as you can, but at the same time, don't get too close. Let them.
Someone will fuck you over.
Exactly. I try to teach her the value about money because her mother, I love her mother. We're different, you know. I can live off nothing. She likes the nicer things, so she definitely spoils our kids, and that gets kind of hard because they want something from every store, you know, stuff like that. But she's gotten so much better, the mother of my daughter, because she's seeing it all now, you know. Now she's seeing that they can get rotten if you, you know, over give them too much. If you give them too much, they will get rotten. You know? Like, yeah. So, but I feel like we're definitely doing good, though. We're at a good spot, and just teach her love. Just teach her, you know, like, yeah, from a distance. I got a little stuck there. Yeah, love from a distance. Because, yeah, I mean, you don't want to tell her that to hate people or to shut them out or that everyone's bad, because they're not. Dude. Like, there's good in everybody. You got to, you know, let her see that. But, like, at the same time, there is some pretty messed up people out there. And most people today, I tell her, are selfish. Everyone is in it for themselves, whatever they can get for you. So I just taught her to look for that, you know, the energy and the mutualness. And I've, like, taught her how to, like, pick up on, like, mannerisms and how way people talk and present themselves, you know, because you can get a lot just from the way someone talks to you or what they say, what they choose to say, what they choose not to say right off the bat. And I don't know if you guys knew this, but I worked at a children's hospital. I'm also a certified mental health specialist. I worked with little children and stuff like that, so I forgot where I was going with that part.
It's all right, man.
Yeah.
You got a daughter, and so that, honestly, like, if having that experience going into being a father, and I'm sure that helps out a ton, and that helps, you know, build up a good structure for her.
Yeah.
Just being able to show her that there are different parts of life than just the Instagram life, living in a condo, living in LA, doing the stupid sponsorships and all that.
Yeah, and she's definitely into all that stuff, but she definitely knows, you know, that it's not what life is, because, like,
it's not realistic.
Yeah, it's not realistic, and she knows it. Yep, she's smart. Yeah, she's way cooler and smarter than I was at her age, and all. I love that. Genetics are fucking cool, you guys. Yeah.
Awesome. Well, you just had a song come out that's really pretty. Would you like to play it?
Yeah, I'd love to, yeah. Let me get that bad boy real quick. So, yeah, I've been working on a couple stuff. I just kind of want them to be simple and catchy. That's just really all I've been going for, you know, because when I first started, I wouldn't put anything out because I thought it had to be me. It had to be deep. It had to be, you know, like the revelations, you know, but, like, nah, dude. As long as someone can pick it up and it gets stuck in their head, that's good. That's what you need, you know, because that's what gets people to look at it and say, oh, what is that? You know, what was it? It's stuck in my head. So that's all I've been working on, is just really generic, kind of almost cheesy. When I start, that's my vibe. Just go for cheesy and then get good words in there.
Yeah. All right, so we're going to take a quick break and we'll come back with Julio's new song.
I don't know if I really have lyrics for this one. Not lyrics, song title for this one. We're going, right? Yeah? Okay, but it's just kind of like one of the ones I wrote down after, like, a good day, you know, but at the end of it, I always end up being alone, you know, like, surrounded by people, but no one actually is mine or whatever. I don't really know, but so this one's just for, like, the ones that, you know, slip away, the ones that never want to finish loving me, or the ones that I just, you know, that type of stuff. But am I too late? Try and clean up this mess that I've made. Is this your way?
try and say goodbye today. Am I to blame for all the time she went away? You don't want me, don't want me. I'm better off dead. You want me, you want me, you want me dead. Am I too late? Try and clean up this mess that I've made. Is this your way? Try and say goodbye today. Am I to blame for all the times she went away? You don't want me, don't want me. I'm better off dead. You want me, you want me, you want me dead. Am I too late? Try and clean up this mess that I've made. Is this your way? Try and say goodbye today. You don't.
Yeah, dude, she wants me dead. Yeah.
Wow. What a beauty. What a beauty. And we're back. That was a beautiful song.
Whoopa, whoopa.
Beautiful song.
Let me take mine.
Oh,
Thanks, guys.
gorgeous.
You guys, too kind, too kind.
So you said that was about lost love,
Yeah.
old love.
Mm-hmm. Just, thinking back and just wishing, yeah.
Move that mic a little
Oh,
bit
yeah.
closer to your face.
Yeah,
Move that mic
sorry
a little-
about that.
sorry.
We can re-go.
You're
But no,
cute.
yeah,
You're
it's
cute,
just
cute.
about, all the ones that just slipped away, dude, and now it's usually it's my fault. I can never tell, whenever it's someone else's perspective, your relationship, I can tell you, what's wrong, but if was it me? I don't know, probably.
I agree. I
Yeah,
completely agree.
Probably. Honestly, it's definitely probably me. I'm pretty broken or whatever. That's why I said, girls, cute, but come with a warning.
I say it's easier to label problems in someone else than to label them in yourself. So
Definitely.
it's definitely hard to self-reflect and come to the conclusion that maybe the problem is me.
Yeah, and I think that was it was my way of saying or admitting that it really was my fault and came out in the song, so yeah, cool. Thank you, baby Jesus.
That's awesome that you can channel that energy into something creative like that, and instead of just letting it get pent up, you got to let that stuff go.
Yeah, dude, thank you. It's rough. It took a while because they did not sound as decent as they sound now. I had some struggles when I first started. I had friends that I lived with, dude, just quit playing the damn same song over and over. Now I just dude, will you play that one song? It's yes.
Now that you got it down.
Yeah, exactly.
Down.
Yeah.
So do you ever plan on putting out a full project or album or EP or whatever the kids are calling it these days?
Yeah, no, exactly. I actually was talking to my friend Tyler earlier, the one that helped me record my little sample video earlier, and I was telling him, it was how many I have and all that stuff, and he actually kind of hyped me up, because he's a musician himself, and I've never showed him any of my stuff, and he was like, dude, you're actually, pretty good, get that out there. I was like, really? He's like, yeah, dude, make an EP. So, I think that's the next move, honestly, because, I have a couple on the guitar, got a couple on the banjo, but I also kind of want to have more than one project, I kind of want to have, this folky stuff going, and I still kind of want to have, a heavier little thing going, and I kind of, not necessarily rap, but something more, pop, radio friendly. I want something that, my daughter could be like, oh, yeah, that's my dad, on the radio, It doesn't have to be rap, but just, pop or, something mainstream, whatever. I know that once you throw someone in the mainstream, they drown, but I can swim pretty good. I'm Mexican.
There you go.
Gotta get here somehow.
Yeah.
Gotta get here somehow.
Well, I did it once for fun that way. It was pretty cool. It's rough.
So besides Tekashi 6ix9ine, who's like your inspiration?
Fuck, you got me good. I was like,
Yeah.
dude, honestly, Lil Peep, I love that dude. Like we were talking earlier. So this girl from around here, Gypsy, we were talking about earlier. Yeah, Gypsy and her dude Johnny. Anyways,
Shout out Johnny.
Yeah. What up, guys?
Mass Underground.
Underground. Check it out. Dope spot. Great people. Lovely energy.
Best
Love 'em.
clothing in Lawrence,
Love
Kansas.
But so I love Lil Peep and Riff Raff, and anyways, she's a local girl from here or whatever around the area, and she had tattooed Lil Peep and Riff Raff. Gave them matching tattoos right here, like a little Chinese takeout box. Well, this is where Peeps was, but she gave them both tattoos, you know. So I was like, dude, no way, and you're from here. And I was like, I'm getting a tattoo from you. So then I ended up getting this crybaby that, you know. Because, yeah, the one he had right there to remind her not to be such a crybaby as well. And, you know, she tattooed Peep and Riff Raff, so I was like, we're connected.
There you go.
Yeah, a little bit.
Use the same needle.
Yeah. I wish.
Yeah. 2 points of separation, not just one.
Wait, where did that question start off with? Why'd I bring them up?
Who are your influences?
Oh, yeah, inspiration. So, yeah,
Yeah.
Rouge is a good one. I like X. I like Devil Makes 3. I love the Lost Dog Street Band. Great friends. Ben and Ashley, hi. Love you guys. Man, just really anything. I like Mon Laferte for Spanish stuff. She's a babe. Marry me. Just anything. I like to think I have a pretty broad range. Here recently, I really like JID. I don't know if you guys mess with him.
No.
Of course.
I love
yeah.
JID. I love JID. Obviously the Posty. I love you, Posty. Feature me in something. I got face tats. You know.
There you go.
Yeah, just whatever and anything really. Like I said, I even like a little country. You know, I used to not, but then when I moved over here, I missed Oklahoma, dude. I missed that stuff, honestly. Look, he's like,
Nah.
So then I go back. And
OG country that's
Yeah, that's what I
considered
mean.
more like old rock,
Yeah.
maybe.
Yeah.
Or oldies, but
You're
like
telling me
No,
right
definitely
now,
none of this
you
modern
don't fuck
pop
with Taylor
country stuff.
Swift?
I don't like anything that you see on CM TV, whatever, today.
no comment on the Taylor Swift.
Cool.
No comment.
I love her.
That's what I'm talking about.
I mean, come on. She hot, but like she ain't got no body.
No, she's a 6.
She can. Yeah, exactly.
That's hot.
A Hollywood 6 is a Lawrence 8.5, 9.
Lawrence.
You know,
Yeah. I love that.
we're being real. She's skinny, but she's hot.
Come prove your point, Taylor. Come
Yeah.
prove to me that
we
you're
know you
more
have
than
friends here. We know.
Shout out her best friend.
Yeah. What was that whole thing again?
Her best friend lived in Kansas City.
She was going to school in Lawrence, and then she was shopping downtown Mass, and everyone lost their fucking shit.
Well, no, because she also, when she did a concert at Arrowhead,
Yeah.
when she did a concert at Arrowhead, my sisters went, and like she pulled her best friend stage side, like put up a chair right next to her.
Taylor
and
Swift, every
she
time I stole a car, your song was on the radio and helped me calm down. Love you.
She's.
Can you play any T Swift?
Yeah, you play
No,
Too Swift.
I wish. No, I'm not
Just
working
do
on
it.
Look up the chords, bro.
Dude, I don't know chords. This is the weird thing, dude. Yeah.
Folk rendition of some T Swift.
Bro.
I did Feeling Whitney on the banjo for Post Malone, and that one was fun.
That would be tight.
Yeah, but it's been, yeah.
Emilio's got his work cut out.
Next time around, though. Next time around.
Yeah. Figure it out. we'll do a duet of some T Swift,
Okay.
and then I'll get another tattoo from you because I need to.
Face that?
Probably not. I still don't have a job. So let
Dude,
me.
it helps, dude. I got face tats and I work at a dispensary and I'm out here doing podcasts with you guys. I feel awesome.
Yeah, but in Kansas,
No
there.
dispensaries, my
Yeah, there's
friend.
no dispensaries yet.
Shit.
I have to go to Missouri, and then I'd have to get my fucking.
Don't go to Missouri.
It's not worth it.
Well,
You have to get a medical
ACMO,
at that point.
That's ACMO is cool.
Don't you?
What?
You just have to get a medical card.
Yeah, you have to get a medical card. Then you have to like get like some stupid shit that says that you're
I got my
authorized to sell and handle that shit.
Yeah.
You're pretty much like a pharmacist, kind of, right?
Street pharmacist, yeah.
You
Yeah,
kinda.
Classist, it's very classist. That's what everyone's figuring.
Yeah,
out.
it's all bullshit. Just like what he was saying, it's all bureaucracy and bullshit.
CBD.
We're just smoking.
That's even.
We can just say
Say CBD.
It's a rolled American Spirit blue packaging.
Yeah, show 'em the spirit.
Yeah, let's
pack.
get the
It's
spirits pack.
Yeah.
We'd like to thank our sponsor,
'Cause I wanna
American
keep my
Spirits.
card.
Yeah.
Bosses, look, I'm not sharing.
Yeah, it's
drugs
American
with them.
Spirit, you
It's-
see
it's
it.
tobacco, I promise.
But anyway,
Yeah, dude.
people, this has been another lovely episode
It's been
of
fun.
Around the Corner.
Around the corner.
Once again, my name's Ethan, your mom's favorite son on Instagram. Look us up. We're everywhere at Around the Corner.
I'm Z-Dad. You can follow me on the streets because I don't be on that social media.
He
So,
smells nice. It's really easy to follow him.
yeah.
All right. And this is...
Julio DeVille. You can follow me on Instagram at like G-Atticus or Atticus G, or just follow Julio Guerra. You'll find me somewhere.
Look us up on the Around the Corner page.
Yeah,
We'll
all
definitely
my
have
boys.
all the links.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. This has been another episode. You're amazing. I love you.
You're amazing. I love you.
Let's do more tattoos.
That's for you.